My hands trembled as I watched her unlock my front door with brazen confidence, as if the house belonged to her. This woman, Kimberly Hall, had tormented our lives for months, and now she was breaking in. The audacity was staggering. But what followed? I wish I'd captured her expression on video. When she called the cops, convinced she'd ruined me, she had no clue what was coming. The instant they knocked and my wife answered, I saw 2 decades of smug arrogance shatter in seconds. Justice had never tasted so sweet. Have you ever witnessed a bully get their comeuppance? Share your stories in the comments. My father, Colonel James Bryant, passed away 28 years ago, and I've tended his memorial garden ever since. It's modest, just a patch of roses and lilies encircling a simple stone marker. But it was his final wish, a sanctuary born from the horrors of Vietnam that haunted him. The garden was his healing, a way to cultivate beauty from the ugliness of war. So when I discovered challenge coins arranged with military precision around the plants I'd nurtured for nearly 3 decades, gratitude wasn't my first reaction. It was fear. I'd installed a security camera after some teenage pranks last month, nothing extravagant for our quiet suburban neighborhood. The 2 a.m. footage revealed a figure navigating my backyard with expert stealth, precise steps, deliberate placements, all while avoiding the lens under a hood. This wasn't a casual visitor paying respects, it was someone trained in covert operations, knowledgeable about my father's service. That's when Kimberly Hall, our HOA president, stormed across my lawn like a general on parade. Mr. Bryant, I have an emergency health violation order for that unauthorized memorial in your backyard, she declared, waving official papers. But her next words froze me. I understand your father served with the 1st Cavalry in Vietnam, specifically at Firebase Charlie in 1968. My coffee mug nearly slipped. Firebase Charlie was classified, no public records existed. I'd battled bureaucracy for years to declassify it for family history, hitting dead ends. How did this HOA busybody know about a botched mission that cost lives? She prattled on about soil violations, but my mind raced. Government databases, sealed files, why reveal classified intel over a garden dispute? The legal tangle was masterful. My father filed a cemetery permit in 1985, 36 years of delays and red tape, leaving it in limbo. Perfect leverage. Remove it in 30 days or face $15,000 fines, she smirked, then added, perhaps discuss those family heirlooms in your basement for flexibility. My basement held my father's Purple Heart collection, worth $85,000, inherited through generations. Private knowledge shared only with my wife, Rachel. Kimberly wasn't just threatening the garden, she was probing for artifacts she shouldn't know existed. That evening, I checked the county's digital records. The 1985 permit appeared, but as I read, my screen went black. Not a glitch, but like remote shutdown. Upon reboot, the file was gone, deleted mid-view, timestamp confirming real-time monitoring. My hands shook. This wasn't HOA pettiness, it was a sophisticated operation with surveillance, database access, and intimate family intel spanning 56 years. Who could hack government systems, know classified Vietnam details, and monitor keystrokes? What did they want from my family, risking exposure of such capabilities? Janet Martinez, HOA secretary for 8 years, called at dawn, voice laced with terror. Patrick, not on the phone. Coffee shop on 5th. 1 hour. No electronics. She'd handled every neighborhood drama, so her fear signaled something profound. At the shop, she slid a manila folder over, hands trembling. I copied these before chickening out. Kimberly's surveilling veteran families for 6 months. Property surveys, inheritance records, full military histories. Inside, floor plans of my house with basement marked, telephoto yard photos, a dossier on my father's service more detailed than mine. Financials showed HOA consulting fees to Heritage Military Appraisals, $15,000 unexplained, plus shipping to Nevada and Arizona, weights matching artifacts. Our dues funded theft from veterans. Tom Wilson confirmed, an appraiser offered $8,000 for his father's Bronze Stars, knowing classified battle details. Too good to be true. I said no. But Janet's manifests showed shipments from our area, tracking to auction houses. A receipt from Tom's address matched bronze star weight, his signature forged. Identity theft on steroids. Checking others revealed a pattern. Forged sales, fake donations, auctions of consigned items. Targets faced financial woes, medical bills, tuition, exploited ruthlessly. Refusals led to theft anyway. This was organized crime, database hacks, surveillance, forgery, interstate shipping, all via HOA cover. Corruption hinted at government ties. How else access sealed records, monitor finances, track routines? It reached beyond our neighborhood, into systems meant to protect veterans. Driving home with evidence, I realized this attacked American military heritage, using insiders to rob those who'd served. Rachel got the 5 a.m. call from Detective Mark Webb, her face grim in pajamas. As our town's police chief after 20 years on the force, she'd seen it all. But news of a compromised database had her grabbing her weapon. Someone's accessed veteran records for weeks. Purple Hearts, Bronze Stars, Kia families. Building target lists with financials, psych evals. Webb's printouts chilled me. Breaches back 6 weeks, expertly avoiding alerts. Connections to development companies owned shell auction houses. Money laundering for stolen artifacts. A Colorado Purple Heart, consigned in Nevada, sold in Florida with fake provenance. Linda Carter's confession broke my heart. The widow who'd organized parties sobbed. Kimberly said it was for a safety app, needed social media passwords to monitor threats. Through her, criminals cataloged home displays, service posts, travel schedules. Webb uncovered nationwide patterns. 12 states, identical MO, new HOA presidents with sob stories targeting veterans. Scope, hundreds of thousands in artifacts. At 3 p.m., Rachel's encrypted phone buzzed. Your husband took our property. Check basement safe. Combination your wedding date. Return in 24 hours or join him in prison. From inside the station, a mole. The safe symbolized violation. Our wedding date was intimate. They'd watched us. Corruption spanned agencies, clerks, VA employees, police databases. Psychological warfare exploited vulnerabilities. PTSD pitches differed from grief ones. Our targeting wasn't random. We'd been studied for months, possibly years. The visitor, classified knowledge, hacks, no coincidences. We lived paranoia, watched calls, betrayed systems. Rachel and I, meant to protect, were targets. The HOA meeting was my briefing. Charts, manifests exposing the network. Packed room, Kimberly's allies front, veterans back. Our HOAs infiltrated by thieves robbing veterans, I began. But her lawyer interrupted. That info's stolen, criminal, inadmissible. Janet testified against me, admitting violations. Evidence dismissed as illegal. Media spun, disturbed veteran attacks HOA. Kimberly's interview, threatened by his militant mindset. FBI agent Victoria Hayes arrived next morning. Your case matches patterns in 12 states. Relief surged. Shell houses, infiltration, cataloging, refined over years. They're invested, expect acceleration, elimination risks. A windshield Purple Heart, my father's, engraved, for Valor, 1968. Missing since 1995, kept 28 years. Not theft, connected to his death? Heart attacks can be faked. Hayes, not opportunistic, decades-long ties. Targeted for what he knew. Tuesday's anonymous tip, stolen property at our address. Rachel led the search, warrant perfect, media tipped. Basement yielded artifacts from other families, planted. Arrested, news, veteran thief. Kimberly, suspected his aggression. Rachel's anguish, arresting me, voice cracking on rights. Hayes recognized frame-ups from other states, psychological warfare to isolate. Cooperation deal, expose network for protection. Custody revealed manipulation, framing discredited veterans, sowing distrust. Released with monitor, neighborhood hostile, friends avoided me. Garden destroyed, plants uprooted, stone smashed. Note: your father was a coward. Ask about Firebase Charlie, 1968. Secrets worth killing for. Hayes, National Security Now, Classified Ops, Cover-ups. Targeted for Firebase knowledge. Father's 1995 death suspicious. Conspiracy spanned 56 years. Federal probe, $50 million in artifacts, 18 countries, 12 agencies corrupted. Tech/social engineering, targeted demographics. Artifacts sold abroad, Germany, Japan, Australia, to unaware collectors. Kimberly recruited post-husband's death, vulnerability exploited. But footage, her at Arlington, husband's grave, Vietnam vet, 1947 to 2018. Lie exposed, Robert Hall dishonorably discharged, possibly Firebase linked. Targeting, specific units, classified ops. Not profit, eliminating evidence/witnesses from Vietnam. Government infiltration. Intel community ties. Robert's discharge tied to Firebase. My father's murder to cover smuggling routes. Firebase 1968. Diverted supplies, black market profits, buried. Involved soldiers built network. Father investigated, killed preparing exposure. Criminals waited decades for me. 3 days post-agreement, Kimberly slipped. Surveillance watched her desperation as arrests mounted, artifacts recovered, buyers fled. At 9:30 a.m., she approached our house boldly, bag in hand. Lockpicked entry in minutes, thermal tracked to basement. She called dispatch, suspicious activity. But basement, federal team, Rachel in uniform, me with evidence. Her shock, priceless. Hayes, arrested for conspiracy, trafficking, etc. Rachel's betrayal was coordinated federal play, months of warrants documenting everything. News captured arrest, HOA hero revealed as criminal. Kimberly's whisper. You don't know your father. Ask Bill Thompson about November 15, 1995, not a heart attack. Classified intel, espionage shift. Network cover for eliminating Vietnam witnesses. Isolated, searched. Investigation escalated to security breach. Neighborhood shock, validation for veterans. But contingency plans loomed. 2 years later, I stand in Patrick Bryant Veterans Memorial Park, 3 acres from Kimberly's destruction attempt. Displays recovered honors, children play, learning history. Justice, Kimberly 15 years, execs 8 to 25, corruption prosecuted. Linda manages park, teaching anti-manipulation. Janet honored, aids feds. Patrick Bryant Act, HOA oversight, veteran protections. Webheads task forces, Rachel directs veteran protection, preventing ops in 42 states. Visitor mystery, Bill Thompson, 78, dementia, monthly visits 20 years. Served with father at Firebase. Truth, father murdered investigating smuggling from Vietnam, diverted supplies, buried probe. Involved built network, father killed exposing continuations. Bill protected by silence. Recoveries, 12,000 artifacts, 18 countries, $70 million to families/veterans. Memorial Service National, Bill Guest, honoring fallen. As service ended, call, Colonel Sarah Mitchell, Pentagon. Your father's mission, killers, planning bigger. Your key. Investigation exposed 50-year corruption, international networks, secrets worth murder. But showed veteran unity, federal oath-keeping, community resilience. Kimberly's arrogance birthed stronger legacy, united protection of heritage. Mitchell's call, battles endure, but we're not alone, hope in vigilance. At Echo Stories, incredible tales from unexpected places. If justice resonated, like and comment. Remember, smallest voice echoes truth. See you next.